Hey everyone, it's Norm from Tested here at WonderFest in Louisville, Kentucky. Now last year, my favorite model I saw was made by this gentleman here, Craig Dowell.
Thank you, sir.
So good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
And this time I knew this had to be your model because you did the shadow box effect.
Did the shadow box with the frame, the Hobby Lobby
with the frame,
Yep.
with the pitch black paint on the inside. As I recall, the model that you made last year was a multi-year project. It was like your first ship, like you're
Yes.
learning as you were building.
Yep.
You didn't have this already in the works, did you?
So this ship is new to this contest, but it's not new to me. It goes back 24 years.
Oh.
So that's why it's a collaboration project with my daughter.
Oh.
Because when I was sitting at the table, kind of penciling this out,
Yeah.
she was up across the table from Dad, and she was drawing her sci-fi stuff too. She was doodling at the same time.
She concept artist your ship.
It just had to work out this way. It had to be a collaboration with my daughter.
Wow.
Because that's what gave me the creative energy in the first place, to kind of come up with something. So.
And it's a full scene. I mean, not only is it a new vessel, but you have a space station. They're docked. You have interiors like last year. The fabrication took how long?
So the minute I got back from WonderFest 2023, I sat at the computer. I got on Onshape, and I just started, designing it out in Onshape.
You got the bug. You were inspired.
I've already built this twice previous. I've actually modeled it before in 3D Studio Max years ago. I built it as a cardboard, so big, and then I built it out of styrene, completely out of styrene. I have a smaller version of this at home, but it hasn't been treated well, so it's kind of garbage at this point. So I knew I had to start again. I had to do something, put a fresh take on it. So that's what I did. And here's the reason why. I got to give a shout out to Quincy from WonderFest.
Yes.
So as I was leaving last year, he said to me, please come back.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so I have to do something. I have to do something to come back. So I set to getting this thing out there, and ask my daughters, I've been slamming at it. They're probably sick and tired of me modeling, which I'm actually not going to be competing next year. I'm taking a year off to travel with my daughters their senior year. So yeah, it's a lot.
Wow.
It's just a lot.
Well, walk me through then. Okay, you did the modeling, and you had the rough design that you iterated on. You did it on Shape. The station though was at Scratch Build. Did you also do a 3D model for that? What was your process for that?
The station was obvious. XPS foam is the backing, and then I coated it in styrene first, and it didn't give me the detail I wanted, and I realized I cannot sit here and be scribing this for forever. I don't have enough time.
Yeah.
I have to do something fast.
Yeah.
And so I went back to Onshape and set to printing everything out.
Okay.
3D printing. So you're looking at 3D printed. All these are 3D printed little sections that are piecemealed on there. This whole thing just comes apart, and they're all
facades
modular.
And plates and
yep, they all pop off, and and that's because I wanted to get it done, but then I need to go back and do some detailing on it or additional work. So that's why
I love how you're really leaning into illumination and the display. Not only do you have your interior spaces like you did on your ship last year, there are deeper cavities now, crates with doors opening, pockets of light, pockets of red and orange, and even an active display.
Color, and it sort of vibes with the graphic, the ad that Nichelle created, the Tinterberger ad, because it's, there's all sorts of the yellows and the greens and all the colors kind of come together, the oranges. She's wearing the orange latex suit, and these guys have the little orange spacesuits on. We're just trying to make it pop with a little more color.
Well, it makes so much sense because if this is a space station and it's a spaceship, space is pitch black, right?
Yeah.
And you got to have the illumination, otherwise, to bring out the geometry of the ships and your station.
And that's kind of what I was shooting for. You notice it's just kind of like black dead space here, right? I was trying to show the contrast a little bit, the best I could.
Yeah.
Using the Mousseau, I know the name of it now this year.
Okay.
The Mousseau black, right? And then you get the light and all the activity and the business over here, but then it's just, here's how I explained it to someone earlier. When I look at these spaceships sitting on the table, they're like rock solos.
Yeah.
They're just, they're jamming, they're awesome to listen to. But I need context. I need the drums. I need the bass guitar, maybe some rhythm guitar, some synthesizer. I need the whole piece to really fully appreciate that work of that, you know, that rock solo or whatever. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for, is getting you into the world and giving you some context. With the first one in 2023 and now this one. Yeah.
And I love that it is in shadow here. It doesn't need to have a spotlight on every aspect. The lights make sense. It's where the activity is. It's where they're unloading the ship. It's where people are walking, of course. Like, not everything needs to have spotlight. It wouldn't make sense for a space station to have every part of it illuminated.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, that's space is mostly just empty, you know, black vastness. You know? It's like I want to convey that sense of the atmosphere.
I also love that
as best I can. You don't have a whole lot of space to do it in.
Well, that's the impressive thing too, because it's illusion of a lot more space in the frame that you've done with the shadow box. But also, I see you've kind of iterated on your display as well. You have a rising display and
pet grooming table.
It's a pet grooming table.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I decided that I needed some way to, because last year I was on that flimsy. Yeah, so that wasn't working out. And every time someone would get near it, I'm like, oh, it's going to crash, you know? And so I needed something more stable. So I got a pet grooming table.
As you've now kind of rushed to build this and can look back at the models you've made, are you feeling more confident in your own style? Do you recognize your own style, the things that you gravitate toward? Is that something you're feeling better about now?
I don't know about feeling better about exactly, but my thing is I want to try not to be derivative. I don't want it to look like, you know, Star Wars or Star Trek or Battlestar Galactica or Space 1999. I know nothing's new under the sun, right? But I'm still trying to find a different spin, a different angle. So guys like BP Taylor and his work's so incredible. And then
I saw Kindred Spirits with, you know, the way you both designed original works.
My favorite Bobble. Oh my gosh, the man is. You interviewed him earlier. He's a master. I mean, I would love to be their level, maybe one day, but you know, I'm trying to still kind of find my space and figure out what's going to work. I could come here the next time I come here and just crash and burn. You know, I have
a feeling it won't be the case. I mean, would you want to stick with the shadow box aesthetic? Is that a very Craig Dowell look? Is that the thing you love doing?
So once the competition's over, they just take up a bunch of space, and I'm running out of space to store stuff. So like, no, I probably won't. I don't know. It's a monstrosity. Look at it. It's like, it's a beast. Yeah. What am I going to do with this? So yeah, I just have to. I think I got to scale down and kind of get away from the shadow box thing and.
Well, I love the look. I love that.
Thank you.
You went home immediately after last year and got right to work. I love the collaboration that you did with you and your daughter. I'm sure she's extremely proud of your work. And thank you once again for chatting with us.
Thank you so much.
So good to see you again.
Norm.
Thank you for watching that video. I want to tell you about our demerit badges, because we know that being a maker is a lifelong enterprise of trying new things and learning new skills, and it is also about repeatedly messing everything up. And we like to celebrate that, because failure is not just an option, it is intrinsic to the creative process. And to that end, we have 3 new bundles of demerit badges right now on tested-store.com. We've got your Shop Tool Fails demerit badge bundle up here on top. Here in the middle, we have the Everyday Whoops demerit badge bundle. And at the bottom, we've got my favorite, the Shit Happens demerit badge bundle. You can get any one of these bundles, and we are considering offering a bundle of all 24, not those, of all 24 demerit badges we have released, but we're not sure what to call it. You have a suggestion? Put it in the comments.